Hi, this is for all you sci-fi fans out there. This is sort of an Andy Rooney style rant. Now I like sci-fi films as much as the next person. But for those of you who are really into Star Trek, I've got this to say. Why are there no seatbelts on the Enterprise? They'd save a whole lot of lives. Anytime they get into a crash or get hit by a photon torpedo, somebody gets thrown out of their seat. Some protective gear wouldn't hurt either, like maybe a helmet to protect them from all that debris falling from the ceiling, and some fireproof suits from every time those control panels burst into flames. And that protective gear would work really well anytime they beam down to some potentially hostile planet. Why don't they wear that? There could be anything in the air. Lethal toxins, viruses. There could be anything crawling around on the ground, or underneath it could reach up and grab them, or bite them on the heels. They just don't seem to prepare for anything like that. Seriously. And what's up with those phasers? Those things are a joke. In Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, the crew of the Enterprise go on board a nuclear vessel, and they're so close to the nuclear reactor, they themselves aren't harmed by any of that background radiation. But what happens to the phasers? Useless. So I guess if they were in a dentist's office and someone's taking an x-ray of someone's teeth, that phaser ain't worth carrying. And there are so many different types of phasers on each variation of the show. There's the rifle type and the pistol type. None of them seem to have any varying firepower, and they're just so easily dropped or disrupted somehow. What happened to the old days when you could take out a wall with one blast? Oh no, it just doesn't work that way. Now in Star Trek VI, that Klingon vessel is attacked and its gravity is shut off. And everybody on that ship is just helplessly drifting around in zero gravity. Oh, very good tactic. Why isn't it ever used either before or since then? And seriously, those Borg, they're very fickle. They're very choosy about what can and cannot kill them. Again, the phasers just don't do a thing. But Worf has the idea. Get an antiquated sword-like weapon and just chop their legs off. Or better yet, if they happen to be down in the holodeck, send an illusion of a guy with a Tommy gun to shoot at them with non-existent bullets. Oh, how about you Star Wars fans? How is it that the stormtroopers were able to conquer a whole galaxy and their armor doesn't even protect them from arrows? It's ridiculous. And if someone were coming after you with a lightsaber, wouldn't it make sense to just throw a grenade at him? They can't block all the shrapnel and the fire. Let's see, maybe a flamethrower would work too. And there are no sharpshooters, no snipers. Oh, who here likes Avatar? What color does a Na'vi turn when he's choking? And I certainly wouldn't want to go into combat in the jungle in an exoskeleton that doesn't have any protective coating for the cockpit of the user. One little stone thrown in that thing, and the guy's dead. Now, then there's the Terminator. Those Terminator cycles in Salvation, they looked cool, but one little pothole and those speeders are just flying right off the road. For me, I just go off onto a dirt road. And they don't seem to do very well in the air. And they don't seem to be very capable of pulling off a good shot from any more than a few yards away.